let me show ya. You gotta press some buttons and buy some stuff. Defeat the bad guys and maybe level up. Haha. Now let's run down the story. Is it real cool? Is it boring? What's right or not in this blend? Is it worth playing again? Just chill and see. Just see what's poppin'. Once it's told right, there is no stopping. Did you think that it would be just plain? That all the titles would just be the same? Now lock and load. It's time for the Game Cave.
What's up, gamers? Welcome back to another edition of the Game Cave. Today we're going to be reviewing a game, a classic game, and it's going to be Tetris for the Game Boy. Yep, we're using the good old Super Game Boy today. And again, this was a launch title for the Super Game Boy, or for the Game Boy. Back when it came out. It was a packing game, and that's why it became so popular. It's basic Tetris, blocks of 4 squares in each, line up the rows, clear the rows, pretty simple. It looks really nice on the Super Game Boy, and this was not like a specifically made game for the Super Game Boy, obviously, but it's a direct port from the NES. Not the 10-gem one, and this is probably my favorite version of Tetris. Is on the Game Boy. It runs a little slower on the Super Game Boy than on the Game Boy, from what I've felt and seen. But overall, it's Tetris. It's awesome. Probably the greatest puzzle game of all time, and this was a big reason that Game Boys sold as well as they did. And there you see, you get a row of 4, clear them. That's a Tetris. Everybody pretty much knows that. So, yes, this is a very good port from the NES version. Very true to it, and there's not much else to say about it. It's just an awesome game. It's very addicting, and that's what's great about puzzle games. If a puzzle game isn't really addicting, then it's probably not that great of a puzzle game. And as you see, all the blocks get up to the top, game over. Basic Tetris principles, I guess you can say. In this game, you have a few options. You have a Game A option, which is basic Tetris, a Game B option, which I didn't really notice anything different, and then you can pick a high number if you want, and that will actually, the game will start with blocks already in place, and then you gotta, do clear blocks out like every other Tetris, but it doesn't start with a clean, fresh board. But and the music in this game is just awesome. It's got a really, really good soundtrack, just like the NES version, and it sounds great on the Game Boy and on the Super Game Boy. I didn't test this out on the Game Boy Advance player for the GameCube. I could only imagine it would probably just be like this, maybe a little sound error, maybe a little delay. This definitely has delay compared to the Game Boy, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun to play. And I play Tetris really slow anyway, so I don't complain about that. I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest Tetris player, because I'm definitely not. But overall, like I said, this game is awesome. I think it's a must-have, and if you have any kind of Game Boy collection and you somehow don't have this is not a hard game to come by, since they made so many of them since it was packed in with the Game Boy. So you find it really cheap on eBay or Amazon, or even in the wild probably. You can also download this, I believe, on the Virtual Console. I don't know about the Game Boy one, but you can probably download the NES one. And there's just a million ways to play Tetris. You can play it on mobile devices, iPad, tablets, PSP. There's Tetris on there. There's Tetris just for about everything, so it's not that hard of a game to come. Now just take time to listen to some of this music. This is my favorite song in the game. Oh no. Boom. Oh, didn't see you guys there. So that's pretty much Tetris for the Game Boy. Great game. Excellent. Can't recommend it enough. It definitely 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with it to me. That I don't think there are many games out there that are perfect, but Tetris in general is pretty much perfect, and the Game Boy One is that good. So till next time, like always, good gaming. God bless. Until next time, game over.